Quibble Pants is my spirit animal, I swear. This episode's an interesting one, and it's for a variety of different reasons. So the episode pretty much begins with Rainbow Dash heading to a Daring Do convention, which is kind of fitting of me doing this considering I just got back from BronyCon. And pretty much she runs into a pony by the name of Quibble Pants, who shares her love of Daring Do just as much as she does. However, she finds out that Quibble Pants does not like the later Daring Do books. He only likes the early trilogy books, to the point that they actually have a fallout because they couldn't agree to disagree. This then leads to Rainbow Dash basically being roped into an adventure story with Daring Do actually being at the convention, looking for a lost temple, and Rainbow Dash is like, well, you have Quibble Pants trying to continue his skepticism to the point that he gets roped into the adventure as well along with Rainbow Dash. And pretty much the entirety of the story is not only Rainbow Dash, Quibble Pants, and Daring Do trying to go through this entire adventure, but also in some cases teaching a lesson to both Rainbow Dash and Quibble Pants in some form or fashion. See, this is why I said the episode was an interesting one, mainly because I know some people may not be a big fan of a slice of life story being added to an adventure plot, especially considering that the adventure plot seems to take main precedence while the slice of life is at the beginning and at the end. And like I said, that's where the episode can be a bit divisive to some people. It really depends on who you are. Are you a fan of adventure stories? Are you a fan of slice of life? Would you be against them being combined together? It's really one of those questions that, would you be okay if two elements were combined together, but maybe one had precedence over the other? It's kind of the age-old argument between gameplay and story when it comes to video games. It's an interesting argument to have. You should try that sometime with some friends. But anyways, back on topic. Pretty much, that's where the episode will be divisive, and for me, I found the episode to be rather fun. It was fun seeing Quibble Pants' skepticism being put up against this unrealistic situation that he kept calling out. It was fun seeing Rainbow Dash having to deal with Quibble Pants as well as the adventure that she was on, and not to mention Quibble Pants showed that he does know quite a bit about the Daring Do lore and otherwise, that he actually kind of showed off to be a good partner to Daring Do and Rainbow Dash, as well as a bit of a grounded character when you really think about it in certain ways. And hell, the moral of the episode was actually kind of cool, where Rainbow Dash and Quibble Pants agree to disagree. Because Quibble Pants, while he enjoys the original trilogy and doesn't enjoy the later series, Rainbow Dash is someone who enjoys the later series, the entire series. So it's more like, while Quibble Pants is still a fan of the earlier series and not a fan of the later series, he doesn't let that wreck their friendship with Rainbow Dash, and Rainbow Dash does the same, because they still see good things in each other. So all in all, what do I think about this episode? I know some people might be against it because it combines a slice of life with a adventure story, but for me, especially since I am biased to adventure stories, being a fan of Uncharted and all that, I quite like this episode. Quibble Pants literally reminds me of myself when it comes to skepticism and otherwise. Rainbow Dash was on point. Daring Do was cool to see. Seeing Dr. Cavaleron back, and especially with him dealing with Quibble Pants' skepticism. Is it me, or is this season just the season of seeing villains being put in their place by regular characters? Seriously, we had Garble, and now we have Dr. Cavaleron. I'm kind of curious if they'll continue that trend. So, all in all, I really like this episode, and if some people didn't enjoy it, I can kind of see why that is. And that's my speed impressions on Stranger Than Fanfiction.